we've then got two challenges to deal with that this project is really addressing. It's the first challenge about tackling climate change and developing in a low carbon way. But the second, of course, is the challenge of how to recover from the impacts of the pandemic. And in sub-Saharan Africa, as in most regions of the world, the economic and social impacts of the pandemic have been pretty severe. And so, the same question remains for most countries is, well, with the resources we have, how do we come out of this?
I believe this project, brings up a team that is made up of local experiences with a view of a global perspective to the issues of both the pandemic and climate change issues. Zambia is suffering quite hugely from the impacts of climate change. Being a Southern African country, it's getting hotter and it's getting drier, just according to the predictions that have been done by different kinds of research. So this research basically helped us to put our heads together with our other colleagues.
The team is open to suggestions from our end, because when you talk about policy analysis relating to a country, you always need to contextualize. You look at what's obtaining in the ground relating to the development trajectory. So you get to appreciate best practices with regarding policy analysis, how Ghana is approaching the policy analysis, and you also see that the policy landscape is different in different countries, but yet when you're talking about climate change related issues, it's not a one size fits all. The first aspect that is the P1 is economic recovery. At what cost? It's not yet clear, but we just want to make sure that the economy recovers and no jobs are lost.
Most of the times you find most of the projects that are being done in the developing world, in this case in Zambia, you find that they largely take a top-down approach, where someone decides on what Zambia needs, then brings the project to Zambia and asks people in Zambia to implement it. But in this case, in the case of this project, it's an issue where you actually, us who are based in the local countries or in specific countries, like in this case, Zambia and Ghana, were engaged and have been engaged right from the start to say, what are some of the key issues? How can we frame this proposal right from the start that addresses those issues? So just asking that question means that they are demanding something from us to bring something to the table, and they're hearing our voice as an echo in the partnership of the project.
I think if we went in a sort of old school way of saying, well, we in UCL have all this great knowledge and we want to transfer it to you, I don't think we'd get very far at all. So, from the start, we've really co-developed the project with our partners in Zambia and Ghana, the research institutes there. They, of course, have much more knowledge than we have in UCL about the reality on the ground. They have the stakeholder links, but they also have considerable research skills as well in both, things like the interview skills we need, because we're doing interviews with stakeholders, but also in terms of the use and application of a quantitative model.
As I speak now, we have actually interviewed 25 stakeholders, and all of them have been done through the virtual approach, which is the Zoom. So what that has meant is that our approach has been to make sure we communicate very well to stakeholders. Look, in the midst of this pandemic, we have a challenge because we need to socially distance. However, the opportunity that we have all been afforded is this virtual approach. And because development should not come to a halt, let's all embrace this virtual approach and make progress.